my name is BC. We're gonna do a little spinal warm up. Perfect in the morning, perfect in the afternoon. Let's get going. We're gonna create a little awareness with our brain and our body, so create that connection with a little tapping. I'm tapping behind my ears. This is where my skull, deep inside, rests on my spine. And then I'm going to tap the back of my neck. I can feel the back of my spine, that little spinal process. Give that a tap. I'm going to work my way down to my thoracic spine, which is around my rib cage. If you're able to do that, you can wrap your arm around and do a little tap, maybe switch. If not, putting your mind there is going to improve the awareness, of course. And then I'm working my way down to my low back, my lumbar spine. And then my lumbar spine is resting on my sacrum, which is in between so I've got a pelvic half, sacrum in the middle, tapping there, in between the two pelvic halves. Okay, that should be a nice mind-body reset to improve our movement, improve our flexibility. Now let's add some movement to that. So we're going to move our spine in the 3 planes that it normally moves in. We're going to start with flexion and extension. I have my knees bent a little bit. I'm going to send my spine to the back and the top of my head and my tailbone swing to the front, and add your arms for a little extra flair. Send your spine forward, top of your head, tailbone swing to the back, and smooth that movement out. Imagine you've got undulating wave-like spine. And the more you do this, the more energized your spine becomes and the more flexible. One more. Okay, let's add a little lateral flexion. So I'm going to lift my arm up and tip to the opposite side and switch. Little lateral tip. Let's add a mental tool. Let's add a metaphor. So I'm going to imagine my spine has got a geyser of water shooting up, and then the geyser of water just kind of like plummets to one side. So I've got this upward motion and a plummeting. Upward motion, plummeting. So we keep a nice energized spine and also a very flexible spine at the same time. Let's do one more. And the last piece, rotation. So I'm actually gonna just do kind of a boxing type motion, or maybe you imagine you're reaching for something, grabbing it and bringing it back to you. Reaching out to the horizon, grabbing that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, bringing it into you. Let's do one more. Okay, that was moving our spine in the 3 planes of motion, which could be a really great wake up morning, afternoon, evening, whenever. If you want to add a little muscular boost to that, so like toning the muscles around the spine, you will want to do this next exercise. So it's the same series. We're going to add a band, a resistance band. I've got the really long 11-foot Franklin Method blue band. You have 2 options here. You can do a single layer of band behind your rib cage. If you want more resistance, you can fold that band in half and do a double layer behind the rib cage, and you'll have double the resistance. Whatever option you choose, just wrap the ends of the band around your hand so you don't have to grip quite as hard. And then we're going to do the same sequence of movement: flexion, extension, lateral flexion, and rotation. And you'll get a little resistance with that. So let's do flexion, extension. If you follow the rhythm of the band, meaning where it gets nice and taut, you could imagine that tautness is like a rubber band and it shoots your rib cage or your spine forward. That'll add a little efficiency to your movements. You'll follow the correct rhythm that will be the most efficient. I'm gonna do one more. Okay, Then we do a little lateral flexion. The side I'm tipping away from, that band is stretching. That's what's going on that side of your body. There's a nice lengthening, kind of yawning open. Yawning open. One more. And then of course we've got the rotation. So knees are bouncy. Yeah, the band gets pulled taut and then that slings you to the other side. Using that efficiency concept, following the tension of the band. I'm even like coming up and pivoting on my foot to add a little foot and hand connection. One more, and we're back. Oof, we drop that band. I'm gonna shake it out just a little bit. Okay, so whether you choose a gentler wake up or a little more vigorous at the end to get the heart rate going and of course create some muscle tone around the spine and elsewhere, it's entirely up to you. I hope you enjoy this and I will see you next time. Goodbye.